Good morning. I am so excited to be doing this for the very first time. I'm going to be looking at things for a few moments to get kind of into the vibe of live streaming on YouTube. See how I even have to say it with sort of a exciting, I don't know, accent or excited accent. Let's see, what would I like to talk about today? I've spent the morning listening to an amazing woman whose name is Alicia Holmes, I believe, but I'm going to confirm because I would hate to give you the wrong name for her. Yes, Alicia Holmes. She's incredible. She's this incredible woman who is trying to is building, not trying. There's no trying. She is doing it. And she's amazing. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. She is building a community of BIWOC who are improving and increasing their wealth on this planet. And when I say BIWOC, I don't know if people are using that, but Black and Indigenous and women of color. And yeah, I was going to look that up before I started, but who knows? Anyway, I say a lot. That's good to remember, huh? I am really excited to be trying this and to be committed to doing this. Did you know that it takes 24 hours? You have to have 24 hours. So the reason I've gone live today on this platform is because I am the only one who's going to watch it. Although somebody was here for a second, I don't know who they were. I'm curious. But I am I'm super committed to moving forward on using YouTube to communicate something of value to me and hopefully of value to some of you out there. And I was guided into this avenue of self-expression by a few different people over the past couple of weeks. And that, when enough people tell you to do that, you might try something. And, like, I'm not very good at taking suggestions. It's one of the reasons that some of the things that I've tried haven't worked for me, because there's so many suggestions. I like to try it and find out. And at the same time, if you tell me to try something, I'm probably not gonna, it's mindset. I don't know what it is. It's a basic rebellion against being like everyone else, or an embrace of my differences. I don't know. And like, I love that we are all different. I love that we are all so beautifully unique and individual, and that exactly at the same time we are all connected. We are all the same. Somebody yesterday in the same workshop that I'm taking, called Seducing Abundance, somebody said, it's all the same womb, we just forget. And I live that in the essence of my being. I know that we are all breathing the same air, we are all drinking the same water, and each and every one of us, we all come from the same exact place. And that means that we are all supported, we are all lifted, we are all held in the same way that I am learning to know that I am held today. And so many of you know that I've been on this journey, that I decided that I was going to stop killing myself. I was going to stop trying to drink myself to death. I was going to stop throwing away my life. I did stop throwing away my life. And wasting my time and wasting my energy and wasting and being wasteful and living in waste and living the way that I was living, the way that only a committed and devoted alcoholic can live. And I'm glad that I did. And I am grateful that I get to be where I'm at. And I'm grateful that I get to be experiencing this life that I'm experiencing today. And I am interested in supporting other people, lifting other people into that next level for them, like showing them how they, showing showing all of us how we can move into something different. A thought that has been on my mind a lot this, I don't know, since the past year, maybe forever, but maybe since the first time I heard it. You can't solve a problem with the same consciousness that created the problem. And I've been on a collective consciousness pathway for over 25 years, probably closer to at least 30. And maybe since I was born, who knows, like I tuned a lot of that stuff out. Those first years were really chaotic. And so it's okay that I tuned it out. And we never forget any of it. But I knew that it didn't have a place in the definition of my being. And so I think that I was capable and am capable of holding space for the person that I was, for the person who lived with depression and self-hatred and, like all of those feelings. I lived with all of those, but in the depth of my being was always my highest self holding me, right? And so here I get to be in communication, direct communication with my highest self, and learning more about what that means and how to really become who I am. And so I think for my first time, and trying to get to 15 minutes just talking to myself is kind of interesting. I'm not really sure who's going to be listening to me eventually. And I think it's okay if I'm not, you know what? Since it's my first live stream, I am not going to be erasing it at any point. But I suspect that I will learn more about creating video content, and as I go along, as I travel forward. One of the things that I learned in the past couple of months or past couple of years, or who knows how long, one of the things that I've learned is that it is okay to not know. So when I don't know what to say, there's no reason to keep talking. Take a deep breath. Let it come through me. What I need to say and what I want to say and how I want to say it is going to continue to evolve and continue to grow and continue to show up. And it is exciting to be here in this place of discomfort and in this place of knowing that at any time another person could come on and see, even though I have no subscribers to this channel, just so you know, this is my own personal channel, and I could probably keep it private forever. I haven't decided whether or not I need to do that. And then just keep this little video to myself and maybe a few friends who support me unconditionally. Because you know what? I have friends who support me unconditionally. I am so honored to have friends who support me unconditionally, because that's another way that I got to this place that I'm in today. Like, can you believe I really thought or imagined that I was alone in all of this? And today I was thinking about some of the people who have really supported me when I woke up. I woke up with all of this, the way that we do. Do you know, I think when we go to sleep, we go to some incredible realms of existence. And I know that for me, sometimes it is really something else to open up my eyes and realize that I'm still here being physical on planet Earth, which is a very beautiful planet to be physical on. But there are other realms of experience, other realms of existence, other ways that we get to be all that we are. I mean, you realize when I say that we are all connected and that we all came from the same place, from the same beginnings, I mean that for as long as there has been and as long as there will be, we are. And there's no like, it's science, it's scientifically proven, or whatever. Like, it's not some woo woo crazy BS out there. It's just the reality, like, and all of the different ways that people talk about it, and like the way that we try to like whatever. But so many like difficulties that I have with the current mindset, with the current reality, is how we externalize everything and how we like make everything about the way like it feels or looks, or like what's going on around, like when the reality is like, don't you know? Don't you know how powerful you are? Don't you know how incredibly amazing you are? Don't you know that we made all of this happen together? We made all of this happen. So I know that we can make it different, right? Because we did all of this. We can do something different. And that's where I'm at. That's where I'm sitting. I had this vision, and I'm going to follow through on it before I really share too much about it. But I have this vision of sitting down with a couple of people at a time. I'm thinking two, maybe four, or maybe making it anywhere from 2 to 4 people. So myself and 2 or 3 people, possibly one-on-one, depending on how the connections form. But sitting in a space of how do we change our perspective collectively, the 2 or 3 or 4 of us sitting here in this moment. This is my idea. How do we create a new mindset, a new way of looking at all of these problems or whatever, and changing the way that we look at them so we can have real solutions that do not involve the problem, but create something completely self-sustaining. Um, and it's beginning stages. This is the infancy of a thought that I had when I came to this morning, or like what, and came to has a totally different meaning now than it did 5 years ago, which is super nice, right? Although I did have a come to moment a couple of years ago when I had a brain injury, but that's another story that will come along eventually. It's interesting how I'm going to show myself as a storyteller, because I am a storyteller. I will talk your ear off, let me tell you. And I'll do it all the time, loving you and trying to figure out how to make you laugh and trying to figure out how to engage you, and at the same time, mostly just talking about myself, because I'm the only person that I know anything about. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only thing I know anything about, and at the same time, I do know that because we are all connected and because we are all here to serve our own purpose, our own personal purpose, the things that I know are equally important and equally valuable. And like I've got all of these that I want to focus or create or transform, or like I don't even know. I've got ideas. It's amazing how our brains work. And it was it's funny, the words that we use, the terminology, one of my biggest things is how much words mask what is really going on. And so I'm I'm here for it. I'm here for whatever it is that the universe has sent me here, like in this form, in this being, in this particular incarnation of my, whatever, this body that I'm inhabiting, whatever this body I'm inhabiting is here on this planet to perpetuate. I know that it's loving. I know that it's kind. I know that it comes from a depth of compassion that I didn't realize not everyone has, and also that I am still tapping into, because wow, I cannot believe how often I lack compassion. I lack compassion for you. I lack compassion for her. I lack compassion for him. I lack compassion for them. I lack compassion for me. And I'm holding space for that, because for me, I understand that compassion is a really big part of how we understand that we are all a part of it, that we're all a part of the same thing, that we're all a part of it, whatever it is. And I love y'all. And I know that some of my language may seem fruity or flowery or offensive or, foo-foo. And I'm okay with that, because my message is true and it comes from a place of caring about everything, everything. Because I really want each of us to know that we are the creators of this absolutely insanely incredible place that we are all living on in this moment at this time. And can you believe that we're also responsible for creating the future of it? And we create the future of it right now. One of my favorite truths that has been such a joy to embrace is whenever people say, well, society. And my response is, we are society. You, me, and everyone you know, everyone you don't know, everything that walks on earth is all a part of the same society. We're all a part of society. And how do you choose to create society? How do you choose to participate in society? Do you choose to participate in society, or do you let society define for you how you're going to live your life? Me? Yeah, I come from a place of not so sure that's true. So we'll see. We'll see where this goes. And I've reached more than 15 minutes. So I'm proud of myself. I'm going to go back and watch this, and I'm excited to see where this all goes, because who knows? Maybe I will be able to help a lot more people than I thought I was going to be able to help. And, or maybe I'll be able to help all the people that I did think I was going to be able to help, because who really knows when you're trying to participate in the raising of global consciousness, what's going to come into your realm. I love you, and I love me, and I love that we all get to be here together. And I love that I can say all of that without fear or shame or guilt, because you know what? We are the creators of this incredible experience we are all having right now. And if you know what's going on in the world, and if you care even a little tiny bit about anyone who isn't in your own little community, come with me on a journey. Let's see where we can take this. Let's see how we can lift each other up and out of the pain and out of the muck and out of the mire. And let's see how we can all come together in a global community of supporting each other and of lifting each other up. Let's see how we can come together and build direct support and stop the insanity and violence. Can you even believe some of the things that are happening in the world today? I can't. And it makes me sad that I can believe it, you know, not just that I know it's happening, but that I can feel it, that I see it, that I know. But we may not be able to stop earthquakes, but we can stop bombs. We can make it so that nobody can stop us from going into an earthquake-ridden zone or a tropical storm. Was it a tropical storm in New Zealand or a hurricane? I have not gotten the right terminology for what just happened in the devastation of New Zealand and the crops and all of the people who are going to be affected by all of these natural disasters. We can create this community, this mindset, this belief that we are all here to lift each other up when these awful things happen, because awful things are going to continue to happen on Earth. I live on a volcano. Do you know what happened a couple of years ago? You know, like, I am aware, I am real about all of this. So let's do this. Let's do this. I love you. I really do.